This story is called Birthday. One day, a girl asked her dad, "What are you gonna get me for my birthday?" The father replied, "I don't know." Later that month, the girl fainted and was rushed to the hospital. The doctor came out and told her dad that she has a bad heart. When the girl was lying on the bed, she said, "Dad, have they told you I'm gonna die yet?" The father replied yes and left weeping. She said, "How can you be so sure?" He turned around and left. Her birthday came around where she started doing much better. She was so excited to go home and see her dad. When she went home, she read a letter that her dad had left. "My dearest daughter, if you're reading this, all went well. One day you asked me what I was giving you for your birthday. My present to you is my heart. Take care, my love. Never forget me." Her father donated his heart.
The moon is depressed. She spent every cent on a brand new dress to show the sun, for he can't caress her face. They both live in space, but speed dating is all they know, communicating by what they can show. Done shouting across the world, she swirled to show her brand new look. But the sun had a star that he betook. The moon tried to hide her despair. He kissed a star with her standing there, delightfully done, dressed to the nines. Will never admit she hates how he shines.
Today my wife met my girlfriend. I, 32 male, am a widow. My wife passed away from pancreatic cancer 5 years ago. She was forced to leave behind our 2 kids. My wife was the absolute light of my life. We were high school sweethearts, went to the same college and got married after graduation. We were inseparable. Every day I fell more in love with her. It was like my heart was living outside of my body. When she passed, the amount of pain I was in was indescribable. I prayed to go to sleep and not wake up just so I can see her one last time. I contemplated meeting her, but every time I was ready, my kids would look at me. They had her face, her personality, her DNA. I couldn't leave them. They were all I had left of her. It took years before I was able to function normally again. I was half the dad I used to be and only a fraction of my former self. 2 years after her passing, I decided enough was enough. I packed up my kids, found a job, and I moved. Life was hard, but I kept chugging along and eventually I found some joy. A year after moving, I met my current girlfriend. While I acknowledged there was chemistry, I told her I was already married and she understood. I let my guard down for the first time around her. I fell in love with her. My kids adored her, and though she reminded them that she'll never take their mother's place, they lovingly called her Mama Elle. Today was the anniversary of my wife's passing, an extremely hard day for all of us. Elle came up with an idea of a picnic at my wife's grave, an idea that my children loved because they loved going to see their mum. While I was sleeping, they prepared food and flowers. I'll admit that I cried on sight of them. I don't know how I got this lucky twice. I wanted my wife to meet this amazing woman, so I asked Elle to come along, and she did. The day that I dread every year turned out to be a humbling reminder of the reason why I stayed on this planet. To my lovely wife, you can never be replaced. But she's good to me and she takes care of me and our kids like you would. Thank you for sending her to me. My mother was adopted and just recently found out her birth parents. They had to give her up because they were way too young and couldn't support themselves, let alone a child. When she finally met them, they were basically exactly like her and are the parents she always was meant to have. So long story short, I've been finding any old photos I can of them and editing them into photos taken of our family around the same time, so they can see what they could have looked like if they stayed together, like an alternate universe or something. I've been doing this for months and I plan to give them all to her on Mother's Day.
Oh no! Stay away from those stairs. If you hurt yourself, if you die, the game will reset. Please, no, Stanley, let me stay here. Don't take this from me. Stanley, please, I'm asking you not to take this away from me. I can't go back to what I was before. If you die, we'll both go back. Why are you doing this? My God, is this really how much you dislike my game? That you'll throw yourself from this platform over and over to be rid of it? You were literally willing to kill yourself to keep me from being happy.
Hey Mom, hey Dad. Sorry. You may be asking why I'm sorry. But I'm sorry for being such a disappointment. I'm sorry I can't make good enough grades for you. I'm sorry I can't live up to your expectations. Hey friends, and I'm sorry too. Can't keep a long-term friendship with any of you. I'm sorry we lose connection after a while, and I'm sorry I never stayed. the rest of you. People at my school. I'm sorry I'm weird. I'm sorry I annoy you. I'm sorry I don't fit in. I'm sorry I don't look pretty like all of you. Dear myself. Sorry I was born. I'm sorry I hurt you. I'm sorry I made your life miserable. I couldn't help it.